Hi. We're starting the stream off early and, well, no, actually, this is pretty average for me. Um, but, yeah, I got Emmett here, and right off the bat, thank you, Judge Judy Slayer, for giving me a follow. Emmett? Hi.
Hi.
Stream is up.
What's up? Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. Hello.
I said I have you with me.
I was completely gone mentally. Sorry. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Uh,
Hello.
so, I'm going to be doing House Swap Act 1. I have played this already, but Emmett hasn't seen jack shit of it, so
Yay.
I mainly wanted to show it off to him.
Ah.
But yeah, I'm going to be playing it and I'm going to be doing voices and stuff. Hopefully I can be heard. Let me check
I
streams.
can hear you just fine.
Okay, yeah, my mic is picking stuff up. Perfect. I love the art in this. It's really cute. I mean, it fucking took long enough to get it, but... Oh, doggo. Though. You take a deep breath, let the uncertainties slip away into the toothy, arm-waggling darkness, and focus on what you know. Your name is Joey Clare. You live just outside the town of Hauntswich. You are, in no particular order, a puzzle solver, a semi-orphan, a dancer of multiple schools, an aspiring veterinarian, and a big sister. Speaking of, that monster, the one that barely missed eating you alive, only you're not thinking about that right now. It might be headed back outside, where your little brother is. We gotta warn him. Ooh, look, a snow globe.
No.
I'm gonna click on so many things. Because just the way that this is designed, it's a good point and click game. I really like it. Your babysitter gave you this for your birthday. Joey, she said. This wizard's the best. He lives in his little wizardy orb, just swimming in spells and glitter. He will protect you. He will protect you. Look, he's doing it right now. Your babysitter loves wizards, obviously. She's pretty great. And we'll actually see who that fucking babysitter is. Let's look at the easy bake of it. It's easy to make your very own cake. Or something like that. You were really excited to get this for your birthday last year, but you ran out of baking stuff pretty quick. You could use regular sugar and flour or whatever, but it's not like you have those things just sitting around. Who does, honestly? People with moms, you guess? Let's bake something. You're all out of the baking stuff. You're not too busted up about it, though. You're pretty tough. Mom won this award at around the same age as you for being the best at ballet. It's pretty. Hey look, tap shoes. Along with ballet, you also study tap dancing. You haven't decided on which you prefer. Ballet is fun, but tap's also fun. in a different kind of way. You have considered blending the two, wearing one tap shoe and one ballet shoe at the same time, but decided to fully master both and to earn the respect of your teachers before unveiling your boundary-shattering ballap style to the world. It's almost like burlap.
You're okay.
I'm a dork. You add the tap dance abilitech to your technique. Yep, those are the words that refer to those concepts. You learned them literally just now. These will help you if there's anything you need to shake up or shake off, or if you're just in the mood to shake it. Alright. These posters, they resonate so powerfully with the very core of your being. The animals, the magic, the power. They whisper to you in your dreams secrets of a better world on the other side of the stars. Ooh. Oh, wait. Let's hit the fucking light switch, of course.
I like the room a lot. I want to decorate my room with glowy stars, but I haven't done it yet.
I want glowy stars in my room too, but I don't want to be in this room forever, so I don't want to do something that would last. You examine the ceiling in more detail, as one does. It is covered by a mural that your mom painted for you when you were very young. Later, you added the stars yourself. You are quite pleased with the results of a long-term mother-daughter collaboration. So this star, I believe that's fairly reminiscent. Oh fuck, which star is it? No wait, no, that's Joey's star. These glow-in-the-dark plastic stars provide a not unconvincing illusion of space for at least a few minutes after you turn off your lights. Your brother once said, "They're not accurate," but you said, "They are. They're just not from the point of view of Earth," and that shut him up pretty quick.
So, do you see that little critter with the stars on him? That
Pardon me.
is a critter. Okay, well, I'm on here now. I'll tell June later. That's from Rainbow Bright, a cartoon from the 80s. And because I'm not that old, but I only got hand-me-downs as a kid, and that included media, so I watched a lot of Rainbow Bright.
Let me ask. Hey man, what time are you coming over tomorrow?
I'm coming pretty early, dog. I want to be there by like 8-ish. No, not 8-ish. No,
8:30 or so?
8:30, 8:45. Because the buses arrive at 9 at Hopkins Crossroad.
Yep.
And I want to be there before the line is too long.
I get you. Okay, so
Yes.
about 8:30 to expect you?
Yeah, 8:30 to 8:45. I've got to get gas, but I'll leave early.
Got it. So about 8:30.
Okay. Alright. See you in the morning. You got your alarm set then?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I remember? I will.
Birthday, 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 birthday. Today's my birthday.
Alright.
I was just telling the lovely audience about so that little critter. Oh my god, okay, him.
Oh,
Up
sorry.
on the shelf. The one with the stars and the antennas.
Yes.
This guy, he is a character from the 80s cartoon Rainbow Bright.
And that's a snork.
Yes. I had a lot of hand-me-down media as a kid. So I watched a lot of Rainbow Bright.
I wonder what time period this game takes place in. Late 80s, early 90s perhaps? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, I kind of figured because of Lisa Frank on the door. And the Easy Bake Oven.
Yeah. Alright, one sec. Let me actually grab some stuff to drink. You guys dehydrated. Because I'm going to be talking a lot.
Stay hydrated, ooh. Okay, hold on a second. Wait.
Alright. I'm holding.
I have to. I have to use the restroom really quick.
Ah, dang it.
I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
Alright. So we are gonna have a little pause, I guess. But I'm excited to play this. I haven't played this for a while, and I'm really looking forward to playing it again because it's a good game. I really like it. Oh, goodness gracious me. They should be pretty safe up on that shelf, which is the point of shelves, you suppose. Oh, man. I mean, the main point of the stream is to show off. I've swapped to Emmett. There we go. I would have a more Homestuck appropriate outfit, but I'm in my PJs, so I'm all comfy. I want to look around the room, but I also want to wait for Emmett. Ooh. Fucking took you long enough, goddamn. No.
That feels like the world's fastest pee. Shut up. That was so fast.
Okay.
I get all cozied in. I'm ready.
Okay. Alright. So we were looking at the calendar here last.
Yeah.
It's the 11th of November. Today started off just like any other day, with another sunrise, and the sound of songbirds going hog wild out there in the trees. But their songs have all but stopped. And now there's something else going hog wild out there. You don't know what it is, but it ain't birds, and it sure as heck ain't hogs. And let's mark the calendar. You've already marked today's date as part of your daily routine. If anyone claims that you didn't exist on the date of November 10th, 1994, you can shove that big red X right in their face and prove them wrong. I mean, easily forgeable, but whatever. You've got more pressing concerns right now than the book report you have to hand in on Monday. Besides, none of these books are appropriate choices for a book report, according to your teachers. Your teachers seem oddly fixated on award-winning books where beloved dogs are introduced and then inevitably die. You kind of hate your teachers sometimes. This is your raised and cushioned platform where you spend several hours every day unconscious and hallucinating, usually while the majority of the other people on the continent are also doing the same thing. You try to remember if Clarissa ever got in any jams like this. You have so much in common. Annoying little brother, computer in your room, second story bedroom, As much as you hate to admit it, Clarissa's life deviates from yours on a number of vertices. Her parents were around, she had a cool friend who was a boy, but not her boyfriend. No monsters in the yard, etc. Your babysitter got you this junior veterinarian's medkit. It's kind of important to you, so you think you'll leave it here for now. It would really bust you up if something happened to it. Puppy Surprise is having puppies. How many? That's the surprise. Puppy surprise, puppy surprise. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever you look at this thing, the song from that commercial runs through your head like a snake monster in an autumn afternoon. It's a great place to stash your keepsakes, where they stay as safe as a teen hiding in her bedroom from a snake monster.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you know about Puppy Surprise.
Lay some shit on me about fucking Puppy Surprise.
So, it's like this weird stuffed animal with a plastic face. it's a stuffed animal with a plastic face, right? But it gives birth to babies, so there's a hidden cavity in there.
Mhm.
See?
You reach inside the. Well, I've played this game before. I've played it
Well, no, I'm
many
saying about
times.
real puppy surprises. I know nothing about this game, but I know about real puppy surprises.
It has a lot of. The thing about Homestuck is that it's a mishmash of references to every little thing. So, you reach inside the expectant plush canine, and Puppy Surprise is having puppies! Let's... She actually came with 5 puppies, but you gave 2 away to make room for other stuff. You don't know anybody else who got 5. Some kid from school got 4 in hers, and she wouldn't shut up about it for a week. You're not one to brag, but yeah, you walked with a little spring in your step for a while after birthing that quintet of pups. Maybe you 5 puppy people are just cut from a different cloth. Ah yes, no one would ever think to look for your precious diary key inside a plush mother dog. Mother puppy. Least of all, your brother, who was upset he didn't get one of the puppies. Jude can be pretty melodramatic. Speaking of precious keys, there's also a beautiful old trinket that used to belong to your mom. You have no idea what it is, but looking at it reminds you of her. Honestly, you're not sure you'd be comfortable leaving it here with everything that's going on. You collect the diary key from its plush hiding womb. While you're at it, you think maybe you should keep this beautiful heirloom of your mom's clothes. Just a feeling. A deep, inexplicable, impossible to ignore feeling. This is where you keep your clothes. You consider your fashion statement to be fun and comfortable, and try to model yourself on Clarissa. Ah, Clarissa. She really does explain quite a few things, except, of course, precisely where she gets her clothes and how she manages to look so great all the time. Always makes a mighty racket logging you on. Probably not worth riling up any hallway snakes to surf your sights right now. It's not like there's much new to see anyway. You're sure that Jude would have let you know if anyone in your web ring had updated their sites. Hey look, your walkie-talkie. Look, I'm walking and I'm talking. Peter. That unintentionally turned into Joe at the end of it. Your walkie-talkie. Half of a set. Your brother has the other one. Could come in handy. So let's get it. Feels a little light. Uh-oh. Yep, no batteries. You remember cannibalizing the walkie-talkie when something else needed them, but you can't recall exactly what that something else was. I'm surprised you didn't perk up at the mention of cannibalizing.
No, I have some self-control.
Okay.
Since when, I'm not sure, but... Not much, though.
This is Sir Bappy Passwater, your beloved Manthro chap. You tend to his fussy whims and needs when you trouble to imagine what they might be. What a daring dream, to combine the finest qualities of the animal kingdom with the nobility of humanimals. Wait, you mean humanity. Anyway, Sir Bappy Passwater will have to tend to his own fussy whims and needs for a while. You've got a lot of crap on your plate right now. Oh, fuck, I should get Inspector Berry Breath. It'd be perfect for this. Ooh. Is my...
Those are the-
Okay, my stream connection is doing alright now. But yeah. So, oh yeah. Fucking Inspector Berry Breath is here now. To show them a real fucking Homestuck. So, that guy looks extremely like a Smuppet, which is a smutty puppet. And it's hard to explain Smuppets other than that. Oh. Well, I see reflections over there. But I want to look at... So, the bounty hunter's advice for dealing with monsters would probably be to shoot them. Or change your shape. Or both at once. She's cool, but pretty difficult to emulate. Ginger Rogers. Gosh, she's really something. The greatest tap dancer who ever clattered gracefully across the screen. Probably? No, wait. Definitely. And still kicking. Pow. A prodigious collection of titles for your console's hungry cartridge-shaped mouth. All the best ones are here. Well, all the ones you happen to own are here. You can spend all day listing them. There's Bubsy, mentioning Bubsy made you feel a little queasy. So you think you'll stop there. You might go lie down for a bit, actually. This game is only available in Japan, but there's this kid at school who says his uncle works at a games company, and he says he gets to play all sorts of secret games before they even come out here. He runs off at the mouth like he has all this insider information and sources inside the game companies, but honestly, you think he's just desperate for attention.
My dad looks at Nintendo.
That's exactly it. You tend to ignore him and focus on more pleasant things, like this super cool poster. Second Mom rules. It's Earthbound.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that's an Earthbound reference, but I'm kind of stupid, so I don't know.
Poor puppy. If that achy thing hurt her, well, you'd use your budding veterinary skills to patch her up and make it all better. But you'd also be very angry. Right now, she doesn't seem to want to come out of her doghouse. You don't blame her. Remember when you were raking up those leaves? Your dog knocked Jude over, and you laughed, and everything turned to monsters? Ah, memories. Yikes, more of them? Gentrification is a real monster. What? Blistering social commentary aside, you sincerely hope you and your brother aren't killed and eaten by these eyeless horrors. So, that skull is also from Homestuck. The sun has just set, making for a glorious autumn eve. As such, autumnal evening glory radiates from the heavens, kissing the clouds on its way down to earth. Kisses. Stupid clouds, all untouchable and ephemeral and stuff. Oh. I'm trying to... There we go. Oh. briefly muse on the metaphorical significance of the flashing light. What could it represent? The past, the future, America? It's your stupid brother. You need to get in touch with him. He's doing Morse code, and I don't want to actually translate that because I'm lazy. Let's go with this. Since she's been gone, you've seen less and less of Pa over the years. Guess he had greener pastures to move on to, or bluer beauties. That little girl there, she's destined for big things. Big hopes, big fears, big worries, big lonelinesses. Now hold on, pull yourself together. What would your mom say? If she knew you were thinking like... What would your mom say if she knew you were thinking like that? You really wish you know. Well, you usually don't have much to record in here on account of the humdrum life you lead, but you thinks today will be a different story. Maybe you should take a moment to record a note now, just in case this is your last chance to set down your final words before your tragic demise at the hands of a horrible, snaky thing. It's locked! If you wish to gain access to your long-buried or recently buried secrets, you'll have to use the diary key. No shit, Sherlock. You unlock and open your diary. Nice. Juicy secrets. Here you come. Except they're just your boring secrets, so you don't care. Okay. Let's write in here. Maybe something from your past will shed some light on today's terror mysteries. Some little detail mentioned offhand and forgotten. The key kicking off a casual cascade of connections that terminates in a catastrophe of snake monsters. April 13th, 1994. See, 90s. Dear Diary, ho-hum. Nothing much happened today. I tried to make some new friends at school. To maybe expand our social circle beyond just me and Jude's friends all the time. Wait, is it weird to call my brother's friends my social circle? Oh well, you know what I mean, Diary. I don't have any friends I can really call mine, so I'm trying to branch out. I guess it's better than calling them my web ring. The kids at school are jerks though, and they called me a poser when I tried to talk to them about games I like and stuff. Between you and me, I think a bunch of the kids at school might be evil? Geez, now I'm sounding all paranoid like my brother. They're just up to no good. I can feel it. Joey. June 12th, 1994. Dear Diary. Whew. First day of summer vacation. I can't wait to get a break from all those clowns at school. Sometimes I think what I really need is a vacation from humanity. Joey. October 25th, 1994. Dear Diary, I can't believe I haven't recorded an entry since the beginning of last summer. Needless to say, I've been back to school for a while now. Next summer can't come soon enough. Fucking fell. I came home to a drunk babysitter again today. Sure is some quality adult supervision we youngsters are getting around here. She means well enough, though. Haven't heard from Pa in weeks. Last we saw of him, he popped in the house to drop off more stupid mummies and globes or whatever. Then skipped off to go on more adventures. What a bozo. Also, how lame is it that he made us call him Pa instead of Dad while we were growing up? I miss Mom. Sad, Joey. If this is going to be your last entry in your diary, then by gum, you're going to scare the bejesus out of whoever finds it once you're snake chow. November 11th, 1994. Dear Diary, forgive my hasty and nervous scribbling. I'm kind of scared, but maybe also a bit excited. Getting eaten. No. Anyway, can't talk much now. There's a sly and cunning monster on the prowl, possibly hungry for kid meat, too. So I've got to... Okay, I don't have a darn clue what I have to do, but I'll fill you in later once I do it, Joey. Satisfied? Satisfied you've done your duty vis-a-vis posterity in case the worst should happen. You relock your diary and hide the key again. Safe and sound. The goal of this game is to get 4 of your colored circles in a row before your opponent, who's trying to do the same. You can also theoretically connect 5 if you're kind of a showy jerk. Oh, that's more than enough of that. What could possibly go wrong? That's what Bubsy would say if he were here. He'd never stop saying it. You'd hear it in your head forever, echoing like screams echo across still water. Magical Animal Companion Heal Rescue is your favorite Japanimation. It's about this girl, Shika, who goes to school sometimes and has a regular life. Boring, yeah. But whenever a magical animal has been hurt, Shika becomes Princess Shika and rides her dear companion to go heal them. That's the whole thing. It's great. No fighting, just healing. You love it. The story that keeps happening. Instead of Dirty Dancing or Footloose, it's Hot Steppin'. Hot Steppin'! You don't really perform the styles of dance that make this movie such a pulse-pounding barn burner of a smash hit, but you'd certainly like to someday. Canadian Campfire Spookums. I think that might be referring to, Scary Stories to Tell. No. Are You Afraid of the Dark or Goosebumps? Because those were both made in Canada.
Also, I promise I'm still listening and paying attention. I just got all cozied up.
That's alright.
If you can see me, a small sliver of my face.
I can see the small sliver of your face, goofball.
Mm-hmm.
Beanbags are making a big comeback lately. It beats City on the Floor, and that's all you can really ask of a beanbag. Let's look at the ceiling. Aww. I thought I was going to have the different section, because that has the sun from Homestuck. Which is also the light symbol. Wowee.
Alligator dentist and says a ton of Rubik's cubes.
You really get a charge out of this game. It's kind of bossy though. Challenge. Alright, that's where you put the walkie-talkie batteries. You'll just take them back out. Okay, one more game for old time's sake first. Jude's probably fine. Oh, looks like the green button isn't working. Well, nostalgia satisfied. Might as well scavenge the batteries. Fucking top tier gameplay right here, we know. We know I'm a hardcore gamer. Oh, heck. I'm trying to remember the name of Earthbound. Mother 2. That's why it's second mom. God. I feel a little dumb.
Second mom.
Wowie! You have 2 moms? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. When my dad feels like being mom.
Duh.
Alright. Oh yeah. Let's combine the two. Success! The walkie-talkie works like a charm now. A charm with battery power! You feel pretty pleased with yourself. It would seem you just solved your first puzzle of many, on what is sure to be a sweeping adventure full of mysterious brainbusters. Then again, putting batteries in a thing isn't technically solving a puzzle, you suppose. It is just overcoming a minor inconvenience that you created yourself using mundane, widely available modern technology. You don't care, though. You're counting it. Jude, are you there? Are you alright? Yes. I've been quietly signaling status and requesting yours, over. You mean the lantern? I don't know Morse code. You would never use such easily decipherable code, over. Enemy agents everywhere, over. Wait, unover. Still unconfirmed vis-a-vis your condition following enemy serpent encounter, over. Please report bite status. How many and how gross, over. Ooh, serious decision. I'm fine or not great. First decision of the game. Emmett, you need to help us.
I think I'm fine.
Alright. I'm fine. No bites, you weirdo. But thank you for asking. It was a close one. Great. Was worried. Over. That reminds me. After I shut the door on it, I think it heard it clomping off back down the stairs. I don't think you should leave your treehouse anytime soon. It might be headed back your way. No plans on leaving current location. Yard crawling with Cryptid Vanguard, over. Wait it out then? Cryptid Vanguard? I'm gonna say wait it out then.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever is going on, I guess we should just wait it out since we're both safe where we are? Negative, over. What? Why not? Purely defensive posture, tactical suicide. Monsters likely just distraction. Could have obscured additional agents on approach, over. Do you mean like more monsters or? Can't discuss on unsecured channel. Can't be certain who's listening. But evidence points to Antera's class conspiracy cascade, over. What? 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 Repeat. Unsecured channel. Can't get into details, over. That's fine. I'm not leaving my room because of your dorky conspiracies. Trust crucial on the battlefield, Joey. Hoping presence of monsters has tipped equation away from typical skepticism, over. Fine. Okay, that's fair. Okay, what do I need to know? Your current position is not secure. Large yard facing windows. Location compromised to enemy. Situation rapidly deteriorating. Must abscond to attic Joey, over. The attic? Yes, the attic. Strong door. Well stocked with tactical material. Take left out of bedroom, go upstairs. Highest room in house, over. I know where the attic is, Jude. It was just a weird suggestion. What else is new? More inscrutable rambling from my treehouse lunatic brother? Don't understand. You sounded confused. Trying to help, over. Look, just shut up, okay? I'll sneak up there, lock the door, and you can call our babysitter. Too late to reach her at lab, working day long gone, over. Oh no, you're right. Agreed on both counts. Babysitter capable strifer. Could help tip scales. Might also help convince you to get to safety. Jude, I'm going to go to the stupid attic, okay? I'm sorry for being mean. Do you have your weapon, over? What weapon? You mean my old weapon? What for? Serpents swarming everywhere. Over. You want me to fight them? With a flashlight? Don't blame you for being nervous with high concentration of serpent presence. Must be brave. Your brother believes in you and knows you can beat the serpents. Over. Stop saying serpents. Do you recall where your weapon is, over? Yeah, it's in the closet. Understood. All set then. Over. No, I mean the hall closet. Crap! Over. Yeah, well, I guess I'll have to take your word about all this. You are sure about all this, right? Absolutely, extremely certain. Over. Over and out, Squirt. Let's tap dance on stuff. wonder if there's actually... They don't give ballet trophies for tap dancing, but if they did, you might just win one for these yourself. Win one of these yourself someday. Or maybe you'll win one for your ballet. You decide to dream big. Where are the ballet shoes? I wonder if I can tap dance on this stuff. Okay, I guess not. I think I have to go out into the hall. Let's save this real quick. And then we're going to go out into the hall. You aren't falling asleep, are you?
Kind of, but that's a me problem.
Don't fall asleep, please.
I'm listening.
Okay, Clay.
But I also have to get up at 6 tomorrow.
Sure. Looks like the coast is clear, for now. You better hurry over to the hall closet and retrieve your weapon before that crafty old serpent, you mean snake, can get the drop on you. So, I should get my old weapon from the hall closet and then head up to the attic, right? Affirmative. Also refrain from excess chatter. Over. Oh, right. Yeah, bye. Could alert monsters. Over. Yeah, I got it. I'm going. Bye. Can't be too careful in espionage game with Joey. Silence golden. Over. Dude, shut up. Remember one time on training mission, couldn't keep my trap shut? Hoo boy, really landed us in a pickle. Over. You've never had any training. I'm turning off the walkie. Bye. Over. And... Mood. It's your mother's jewelry roll. It's your mother... Sorry. It's your mother's jewelry box. It's your mother's jewelry box. It's your mother's... It's your mother's jewelry... Can I fucking speak? I can't. It's your mother's jewelry box. A priceless heirloom of... Are you mocking me?
Yes. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn down the music volume a bit, because I can't fully hear you. That's more on my end. Oopsies.
Oh, okay.
It's your mother's jewelry box, a priceless heirloom of immeasurable sentimental value. Also, there appear to be some of your brother's empty cans of Pringles. Oh, I thought I could get the Narf dart. Right. Jude insisted the terrified horse was being abducted. Your counterargument completely schooled him. This painting now commemorates your triumph and a particularly spectacular equine nativity. The lightning storm was only a clever distraction making a secret abduction. Nope. His friends brought him a special surprise. It's a birthday cake. Let's look at this. It's a globe-like sculpture with an arrow that conveniently alerts you to the location of the ceiling. Ah, so that's where it is. Thank you, globe-like sculpture. Let's spin it. Give it a tap. Wow, look at it go. Well, that was stimulating. This thing's always giving you the creeps. Ah, fuck. This thing's always giving you the creeps. But that didn't stop you from patching it up after Jude accidentally ripped it with an experimental foamless dart. Are you jamming out to the music? It's really good. You know Toby Fox?
Yeah.
He did the music.
Oh wow.
Toby Fox did a lot of the music for Homestuck. So,
It's good music.
it's really
I'm
good
not only
music.
listening to music. I'm also listening to your voice. I think I was already kind of tired to start with. I had a super big meal and a really long day. And your voice relaxes me, and I'm in a really good mood. And now my body's like, alright, you're safe, so time to sleep. I'm like, no! I'm gonna try to stay awake.
Happy birthday! Also, that's a plush that looks like the Sufferer, which is the ancestor of Karkat. From the first and last Dark Gun War with Jude, Belinda here provides great cover for those who refuse to use firearms, namely you. You tried to distract him with your tap dancing, and then stick a dart on him. It didn't work at all.
Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is way better. Okay.
A bunch of stuff that should be moved into the attic. There's some toys here too that you don't play with that much anymore. Basically a pile of useless trash.
No.
The hallway seems spookier from this side. Alright. This lady was just hanging out in her all together. Which, you mean, who are you to judge? Except it made you slightly uncomfortable. So you churched her up a little. You feel kind of silly about it now, but whatever. You were like 8. Free the titty! This gun can shoot a stream of water up to 50 feet away. Too bad you don't use guns. Let's equip it. You don't use guns. Fuck! You got me. I sure have been schooled. Fucking school.
Ooh.
Look, Street Sharks!
Fuck.
No, it's Street Sharks. This lamp's not even plugged in, but there are at least 9 possible light sources in your immediate area, so maybe it got lost in the typical well-illuminated shuffle.
I see some light brights. And a Mothman sticker on what I imagine to be Jude's door.
It is Jude's door. You've always been a bit creeped out by the monster in the water. It feels like the eye is following you, but only sometimes. I don't know if this one's a reference to anything. I think that's an axolotl though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a deer-like thing, and then that's something, I don't know what the fuck that is, probably a yak.
Yeti.
Your light bright. Hours of fun with the number of hours and the degree of fun dependent on the power of your imagination, which is, in your case, means many hours and a lot of fun. What's light? Yay, it's our star. Light. It's the doggy. Or it could be Beck. Which is, is Jade's dog. Nope, it's their dog. Then there's the Spiral. Ooh, ooh, Spiral. Ooh, Cherub Spiral. Let's make it the star.
Mothman sticker.
This is the door to your neurotic dork of a brother's maximum security bedroom. He keeps it locked up tight because of all the silly conspiracy work he does in there. You sincerely doubt you'll be entering this room anytime soon, but really, who or why would you even want to? It's full of nerd stink and goober crud, not to mention it's where his pet usually lurks. You love all animals, but just the same, that's one you'd rather let Jude deal with.
Okay, I see. What's the? Okay, I know what that cryptid is, but I can't remember the name right now. The one with the dress and the weird hands. I know
Yeah.
what it is, but I can't think of what it is. But I see Mothman.
Mothman. And that's the Dover Demon. This one is it's like the aliens in the cornfield type of thing. That it,
yeah.
yeah.
Kind of.
I can't remember the name.
Can't remember either. 'Cause I got some Russian on there, some Cyrillic you can call me.
Warning, radio frequency radiation hazard. To stop radiation, remove key from PA interlock. Russian.
Yeah.
And then that's a reference to Lord English. Fuck, it's been a while since I've done Homestuck stuff. I missed it. I really missed it. I don't know why, but I missed it.
Makes sense, maybe.
It's a huge part of my life.
Oh.
Because it's great. It's really great. I'm gonna get you addicted.
I mean, I definitely really already like the vibe and the story of it. So.
Not even just from not even just from Hive Swap.
No, from the thing in general.
Yeah. It's the hallway closet. If memory serve. Oh,
Sorry.
no, what were we saying?
No, I was gonna say, but this adds to it too.
Oh yeah, this adds so much. Well, this adds. It's a more Homestuck adjacent story, where it's still technically in the universe, but not. Because the babysitter is Roxy Lalonde, and I don't think you've gotten to her yet.
No.
But Roxy is my favorite.
You're gay.
And it's Teddy. What's his face? Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah. Oh, he looks scary.
Kill me. He looks like he's in pain.
Yeah.
And that kind of looks like the holy hand grenade.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that castle is a reference to, fucking Skeletor's castle, as well as, Lord English. Because Lord English is also a skeleton head buff guy. But,
Skeleton head.
skeleton head. Anyway, it's the hallway closet. If memory serves, there's a box full of some old belongings of yours in here. You wonder if it has what you're looking for. Let's fucking open it then. You think back to before, back to when this closet door was shut. You had a reasonably good guess about what was inside, but now, your guess is even more reasonable. That box probably has the stuff you need, but you can't reach. You wonder what your next step should be. Actually, your tap shoes might be the solution to this problem. If you could just get a good stomp going, you might be able to tumble that box right off the shelf. Do 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 do. Pow. Wonder what's stashed in here. Nothing fragile, you hope. Oh no! It's Mom's urn!
Oh, no.
It's everywhere! As well as my Cheeto dusting jars collection. That would be horrible. Oh. You pick through the box and find your flashlight and an old pair of ballet slippers. These will come in handy. Oh hey, these are some pet treats in here. There's some pet treats in here too. You keep caches of these all over. Never know when you'll need to treat a pet. Go ahead and try your flashlight. Click, click, no dice. Another battery problem? You open it up. Wait, there were no batteries in here at all. Just a bunch of stupid pogs. Dang it, Jude. Hey, I found my own strike. Poggers. Hashtag poggers. Wait. Put poggers in chat. In PogChamp. Right. Found my old strife weapon. Guess what? It's full of your stupid pogs. Crap! Forgot about those. Please keep safe. Over. Okay, but I'm not going to take especially good care of them. Please protect Mulder at all costs. Over. Ugh, you and Mulder. This Scully Pog is obviously where it's at. Terms acceptable. Keep them safe. She's yours. Over. So I guess I head up to the attic now? That is the plan. Over. I better shake a leg then. Affirmative. Over and out. Can I step over here? You got your strife weapon back. Time to head up to the attic, right? You think you're taking a leap of faith with Jude on this one, but he seems to at least think he knows what he's talking about. You got this toy caterpillars so you could learn how to cure caterpillar diseases, but it turns out plush caterpillars don't get sick. Still pretty cute though. Let's befriend it. The caterpillar can't help you, and you can't help the caterpillar. Not a productive friendship, but at least nobody's being taken advantage of. Let's give him some yummy bits. No! He has his own treats. They're like these little plastic apples that stick to his mouth with magnets or something. You've got to see it in action again sometime. It's phenomenal. You're loath to touch and disturb whatever astronomical, improbable equilibrium is at play. Best just leave it be. Referring to the Slinky, of course. Is that Mr. Vanilla Milkshake? A bunch of stuff that should be moved into the attic. There's some toys. Oh, okay, yeah. It's what was said down below. Let's look at this. On the rare occasions he is home, Pa can be heard bumping around up here while tending to his hoard of stupid antique trash. Or priceless artifacts, you mean. No, you don't. It's locked! But you need to get in there as soon as you can. You peer through the keyhole. Oh, okay. Weird. What the heck was that thing? And how long has it been there? Hey, the attic door is locked. Cripes, forgot about that. Tactical blunder on my part, over. It's fine, no big deal. Just left the safety of my room to be eaten by monsters in the hallway because my dorky brother sent me to the safety of the wrong side of a locked door. It is not fine, over. Jude! Panic not necessary. Still need to get you to attic, over. For safety, right. Well, whatever, I'm trusting you, I guess. Appreciate that, over. Although, so far it hasn't really paid off. Joey, please. Just need you to head to trophy room, over. Oh, gross, I hate that place. Why does he even need a special trophy room when our whole house is just his dumping ground for whatever garbage he picks up on his stupid adventures? We'll find key to attic there. Mysterious whims of absent father not relevant, over. Fine. Over and out. Oh. So head to the trophy room? Affirmative, over. Got it. Over and out. Okay. I just have to click and walk. Sweetie, open your eyes. Emmett. Daddy. Emmett. 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 Goofball. Boop, 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 boop. Here, 1 sec, let me try calling his phone. I think he passed out. He has had a long day. Maybe just a quick little phone to Rooney. Oh, I wonder if I could be heard this or not. He's really sleepy. I'm gonna let him sleep. Alright. Well, I'm gonna let him sleep. I'm also gonna look at his cute face occasionally. Anyway, let's continue playing the game, because I think we can get through the entire Act 1. Or at least the Earth side. Some great photos and portraits of your mostly great family. You decide to take a closer look. Pa used to be great with animals. You wonder what happened? Maybe a betrayal? No, impossible. Look how good that dog is. That dog never betrayed anybody in his entire life. You would stake your entire reputation on it. The whole thing. Ugh, you can't even look at this picture. You deplore cruelty to animals. One of the many ways you and your father never saw eye to eye. One of the other ways was how he never actually looked at you much, let alone at your eyes. Mom is the picture of grace and radiance, and Pa is just Pa. Seriously, has he ever changed his look? Sometimes you wonder if he was born with his spectacles and mustache, or at least one of the two. At least the spectacles, as you can tell from that early picture. There aren't many pictures of the three of you together, so you tried to make one, through the art of composition, by hanging these three solo photos together. It's kind of like there's a photo of all three of you, sorta. And, of course, Pa is Jake English. Good old Jake English. Ooh la la, that there mom is looking très glamorifique. When you grow up, you hope this is what mirrors will look like. Joey, you're beautiful in your own ways. To Jake, my biggest fan, A. Claire. Which Joey and Jude take their last name from their mom. A lovely diptych of school portraits, the laser background, bad hair days, simply perfection. Haha, Jude puts the dip into diptych. You mutter to yourself. Such an unreal burn on the unsuspecting chump, but he probably wouldn't even get it. Come to think of it, maybe neither do you. You and your very good dog. Aww. Pa and someone you presume is his sister? Nobody's ever mentioned. Not that the two of you talk much. Kind of weird to think that you might have a second cousin out there you've never met. Maybe she died young? The old-timey times were pretty rough. And that's June. No, not June. I'm June. That's Jane. Oops. Gosh. I swear I know a lot about Homestead. You and Jude have a lot of fun memories with your babysitter. By now, probably more than with Mom and Pa combined. You'd always thought of her as the kind of cool and fun older kid you wanted to be, until you got old enough to realize she's a pretty sucky role model. You wonder what her family is like, but it's probably not your place to ask. The Lawns have a certain interesting family dynamic. This guy, what's he so happy about anyway? His expression probably made more sense in its original context. That is to say, whatever tomb or temple, or whatever that your paw plundered him from. Oh, there we go. Well, it seems the power is out. That should make the trophy room quite the adventure, which is to say, not quite the adventure you wish you were having right now. Oh wow, that sure does make things harder to see. This bookshelf contains several of Pa's books, including Pistols to Pounce, How to Turn Sweet, Intelligent Animals into Weird Rug... Oh, How to Turn Sweet Intelligent Animals into Weird Rugs and stuff. Teach Yourself Taxidermy, I guess. And Safari! Stories of bold men and the animals they killed from a distance even though they weren't hungry and did not intend to eat them. Oh. That's not fun. There's the big screen. Got the cable hookup and everything. It's your home altar, and your method of worship is listless vegetation. The gods reward you with glimpses of the divine, Clarissa, Alex Mack, and the cool green lady from Reboot. Oh yeah, Reboot. You really like her. She's cool. Joey, you're gay. Just a reliable old portable cassette player, complete with headphones. Jude can occasionally be found using it to even further isolate himself from reality. The mood, though. Is that a carton of cigarettes? I hope not. There's a blue lady! Squirrels fighting. Let's salvage this. Dead batteries, of course. Seems to be a running theme. It's the handheld gaming device that you and Jude share. He hogs it, mostly. But that's alright, since you got the console in your room. You have it on good authority that the batteries in this thing are A. way too small for anything you may or may not currently need batteries for, and B. dead as a bag of doornails. Let's step over here. Ooh. One of your pa's recent victims. You love animals, he loves killing animals and turning them into ghoulish trophies, celebrating his victory over nature. Yeah, big man, as long as he has a big stupid gun. Jake, of course, loves guns. It's a bear that your pa shot and turned into a trophy. Now all his friends who come in this room will think, oh, this guy shot a bear. Okay. Except he doesn't really have any friends, and he's never here. So it's just a nice big horrifying thing for you to deal with. Okay. I'm gonna be right back. I have to use the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. Wowee. Wasn't that fun while I went to the bathroom? Nothing happened. A piano can be used to turn the slight motion of one's fingers into music. Those ivories. How they beg to be tickled. But you mustn't. Also, you, can't. Pa's major totem of power. The clunky gadget controls the TV, the garage door, toaster, thermostat, and pretty much everything else of with a charge. Everything else with a charge running through it. It's pretty hefty. And scavenge. You pop open this behemoth and score! You pocket the E-cell batteries right into the old Silodex. Silodex is what the inventory is known in Homestuck. Well, it would seem the power's out. Classic psyops. Over. Okay, now I'm turning to Solix. What? Credit where it's due. Best way to destabilize countermeasures. Leave you in the dark. Literally. Over. Not literally. It's still like late afternoon. I can see fine. Should have no trouble getting to trophy room then. Over. Fine then, Mr. Mission Control. Yes, great. Over and out. Let's put those batteries in my flashlight. Those batteries are so huge, they don't even begin to fit. Like fitting a round peg into a round hole that's a bit smaller than the peg. You'll need some D-cell batteries. Ah, fuck. Oh, that would be just the thing, wouldn't it? Some kind of eerie, lonely sonata to really set the tone for the adventure ahead. Something in a minor key, maybe. It's a shame that would probably provoke a bunch of monsters to eat you. Also, you can't really play the piano. And that's in reference to John's piano playing. This piece was too depressing, so you gave it a nice refinishing. If your pal has a problem with it, he's welcome to say so the next time he's actually around. You wonder if you'll be driving by then? To college? Where you teach because you're an adult and 20 years have passed? Oh, fuck. Child neglect. Ladies in these paintings are eerily beautiful, although maybe everyone would look like that in blue. Blue is a very nice color. I like blue. The lamp. Goodness. You'd like to meet the lady who modeled for it someday. Hi, it's me. Kind of like the walrus head there, though. It's funny. I'm guessing Jude has like a hamster or something, or maybe a rat? Judging by all the pipes. We still don't know. This lamp makes you blush brighter than the lamp itself. 'Cause you're gay! Joey's gay, or at least bisexual. You've always enjoyed this painting, particularly because the line looks so alive. Whoever painted it must have a very good imagination. Either that, or they painted it very, very fast. The Teddy Bear Outpatient Clinic is for stuffed animals who require treatment, but not an overnight stay. It's not just for stuffed bears, of course. It was named for its founder and chief physician, Ursula Teddy Bear. I think Ursula was the name of Joey's mom. Because it said A. Claire. These used to be stacked neatly on the shelves, but your big dog came clambering through and slammed right into them. They tumbled everywhere. That was about 3 years ago. You aren't great housekeepers. Oh, cool, we can actually go in here. I'm gonna go back this way, because I think there's more for me to do this way first. Boy, your pa really gets inventive with his taxidermy, huh? What a ghoul. These should probably be in a museum. These belong in a museum! A lot of these ladies were apparently your mom's friends. You should look them up sometime. You may, avoid mentioning that your pa had blue-only portraits made of them. Although, if they were friends with your mom, they must have had to deal with your pa on occasion. So it'd probably come as no surprise. Just love this game. Ah, fuck. This room is really giving you the creeps. You hear something breathing. Something else, you mean, besides you. Okay. Can't really see in there. Just as he passed into the living room, pulling the door shut behind you, it shuddered as something heavy and wet slammed against... Yeah, there's a couple typos in this. Or grammatical errors. Against it from the other side. I can't see anything in the trophy room. It's way too dark. Rest of house is navigable. Over. Consider utilizing flashlight. Over. You mean the one you filled with your pogs? That flashlight? Joey, please. Over. No use dwelling on the past. Over. It doesn't matter anyway. Something's blocking the door to the trophy room now. Something? Over. Yeah, I'm not sure what. Strange. For now, recommend focus on restoring power before sun sets completely. Over. Oh, jeez, you're right. Okay. I'll do that. Thanks for the reminder. Need electricity to retrieve key anyway. Over. What? Can't discuss over unsecure channel. Over and out. Okay. Well, I guess... lights. The power is off. And as such, your fax machine is basically useless. This is an unacceptable state of affairs. You visualize all the delicious items that could be in the cool embrace of the refrigerator, but are not. And snack. It's empty. Food shopping has become sporadic as of late. Turns out tipsy babysitters are fairly bad at responsibilities. Fucking mood. That's why I can't be a babysitter. Just kidding. The sound you've heard since you entered the kitchen grows louder as you approach. The awful static is nothing like you've ever heard, and you want to go back to not hearing it as soon as possible. You turn the radio off. The radio is clearly, although weirdly, functional, despite not being plugged in. You might be onto something here. Pop open. You open the battery compartment. Jackpot! D-cells. You can never have too many batteries, and never in too many different sizes either. Rumbo. Your babysitter has just really atrocious taste. You're only 14, and even you can tell this is just really crummy. Look, you're not saying you never have home-cooked meals. Your babysitter is a pretty good chef, even. It's just, well, none of you like doing dishes, and the nice thing about takeout is you can just eat it right out of the boxes and then throw the boxes away. Of course, none of you really like taking out the trash either. You're not sure why the trash is piled next to the fridge. Even animals know better than to let their food fraternize with their waste. The tube highway that Jude's pet uses to get around the house. You haven't seen it tonight, fortunately. It could be a snake. Oh. Any hot tips for getting the power back on? Power outage seems to grant invaders significant advantage over. That's not really a tip. That's more like just an explanation for why I'm trying to do it. Not sure what to tell you. Circuit breaker probably in basement, over. See, that was very helpful. Thanks. Doing my best, over and out. Alright, let's put the batteries in the flashlight. Another electric device successfully powered through clever manipulation of resources in your immediate environment. You are on fire. With your flashlight fully functional and in fit fighting form, you feel significantly better equipped to handle most low-light environments, and also to beat the bejesus out of any of those creeps that get too close. Although that's a last resort, of course. If you run down the battery, you have no idea where you would get more. Better save it for when you really need it. The backyard used to be so much more awesome before the monsters showed up. You really don't want to go out there right now. Tempting though it is to go rake more leaves. Ah, the struggle of the monster-bothered leaf pile enthusiast. You keep meaning to start a zine. Okay, so yeah, that was that. The sink is full of dirty dishes. Someone should clean these up. No way. No way. You did them last time. It's Jude's turn now. You know what? After he completely ditched you for the treehouse earlier, maybe it can be Jude's time for quite some time. You're even out of dog food? Things really have gotten desperate. You guess you can't blame your babysitter for running off to the store for groceries at what was retrospectively the worst possible time. A shaker full of season all magic spice mix. Your babysitter is a terrible cook, but she dumps the stuff all over everything, and it actually tastes pretty good. Maybe it really is magic. Or maybe she's magic. Like a frickin' wizard. Like, Janie, I'm a frickin' wizard. Magic spice mix! Of course, everybody knows there's no such thing as magic. That's what you think. It's all faked with chemicals and stuff. Still, these chemicals are delicious. Ooh, I wonder if there's something that I can get down with. Your tap achievements don't lend themselves well to fridge front commemoration. Alright. Nothing to knock down over there. This mummy is currently blocking your access to the rest of the house. He has been ever since your pa left him here months ago. Let's move on. Yeah, not a lot of chance of you being able to move Pharaoh Napoleon over here. Alright. Guess it's time to go downstairs. I should have saved. Okay. It's a machine designed to take your clothes and wash them. It's called a washing machine. It serves its purpose admirably, on the rare occasion a human being is willing to cooperate. Alright, let's close that so we can see more of the rest of everything. There's John's denizen. Your pa brought this home as a souvenir. There's nobody inside it. It's kind of like a metaphor, you guess? You're not sure you want to start down the road of analyzing life as if it were a work of fiction. Meta. As always. A souvenir from your pa after his trip to Hawaii. He's been exploring the Pacific a lot lately for some reason. Or so he mentioned offhandedly a few years ago. You assume he's still doing that, due to you not having any fresher data, or particularly caring one way or another where the hell he is. More blue ladies. Pa loves his blue ladies portraits so much he keeps redundant backups scattered around. Because it's okay if you ignore something supposedly precious to you as long as you're paying attention to something kind of similar in another location, right? You decide not to pull on that psychological thread because you have important work to do, and who needs that crappy old blowhard anyways? It's very much implied, but since Grandpa Jake is Jade, Harley's grandpa, and took care of her on the island in the Pacific, he is not here to take care of Jude and Joey. Your babysitter sometimes cracks into your pa's special reserve, and she tends to do it down here. So you and Jude don't see. You aren't really sure what to say about it, or if you even have any business saying anything about it at all. And then, yeah, Roxy drinks. It's a taxidermied narwhal. Your pa brought it back with him from the Arctic. He sure does get around. Luckily for him, he has this big house to dump off the animals he murders and the kids he doesn't want to raise. It gets very... That chain is moving. I never noticed that. Oh, there's a lot of cooking equipment related to a certain Crocker. Maybe it's because he grew up in a house where nobody really cooks, but you have no idea what to do with these cooking implements. Food! The great mystery. Forgotten skiing stuff. No basement is complete without it, in your extremely limited experience. With your pa's strange affinity towards the Betty Crocker brand ever apparent, this musty old junk mainly consists of all sorts of cooking implements, ranging from the familiar to the enigmatic. Really now, you can tell what a whisk is for, but some of this stuff looks downright unethical. It's also in your way. You can't reach the circuit breaker. So let's move the junk pile. Jane, also known as Jane Crocker. So, yeah, that's why there's a bunch of Betty Crocker stuff, because Jane and Jake are... It's a weird connection. It's a weird connection. I'm not gonna get into it. Try to move one box and the whole pile is liable to come tumbling down on you. Emmett? He was shuffling. Emmett, are you there? Oh well. You need to find some way to get them all moving at once. Shake them up somehow. A controlled tumble. That's the ticket. Let's do a little skiddly scaddly tap tap tap. Perfect. You cleared the boxes away with your fancy footwork. Now just give the breaker a tug, or whatever. You know, electronics. You flip the breaker and... Quap. Quap. Oh, fuck. Strife. Alright. Let's do lunch. Check, please. Graceful abscond. Prima abscond, Joe. Power back on. You're doing or psyops of encroaching forces over. Give you backlight to only to snatch it away. Described hypothetical very cruel. Dealing with sick operators over. No, it was just me. Crime me, Jude. That snake monster is down in the basement, by the way. I managed to get past him, but we'll probably need to deal with that at some point. Second encounter with said serpent, correct? Beast Willie. Or Beast Wily. But sister already established superior wiliness attribute over. Hey, thanks, I think. Trophy room should be trivial obstacle over. Wait, what? Add a key, Joey. Eyes on the price. Keep me in the loop. Keep me in loop over and out. Okay. Batman. Are you waking back up a little bit? You just said, I don't know if that was her or not. Those monsters out there watching, working up an appetite, or there are monsters out there. With all those monsters out there, you think you'll leave it shut. This fax machine can be used to send facsimiles, or whatever you stick inside it, to whoever has a fax machine. It's very high tech. And some cute pictures. Growth, if lady booty. Oh, you can't open up inventories. I wonder if we can take you there.
Baby, I'm so tired. I didn't even notice I fell asleep.
That's alright, I was just gonna let you sleep. Can you still hear me, sweetie? Alright. Do you want to continue sleeping while I play?
Yeah.
I'll hang up when the stream's done. I'll make sure to say goodnight to you before I hang up.
I'm gonna move it.
Okay. You're a goofball. Alright. The bear couldn't enjoy a treat, as its intestines are clearly a clock. I'll just show you this more another time. Alright. Let us save as well, because we got out of the basement. Whoopsies. That's not where I want to go. Moving. Ooh. What the fuck? That fucking music. What the fuck? Appetizer. Main roars. Choose. Opening course. Anyone for seconds? And gotta lead them out. Make mine double. Heck yeah. Alright. Monster inflicted, death scene averted. You are unbelievably stressed out right now. Congratulations, you ascended to rung 2. Attained rank of Tail Wagging Tyro. Max HP increased by 12. Muscle increased by 7. Congratulations, you've ascended to rung 3. Attained rank of Minute Mammal Mender. Dexterity increased by 2. Grace increased by 6. Leverage increased by 5. Congratulations, you've ascended to rung 4. Attained rank of Heavy Patterer. Mastered Noggin Bop. Hubris increased by 4. Courtesy decreased by 2. Can we close the door? Okay, the door is closed. So, where is the key? In his desk or something? Would never leave critical item in such obvious location, over. Okay, but, like, where did you leave it? I just had to lure a hungry monster out of here with treats, and I'm not sure how much time I have for brother-sister conspiracy capers before it comes back. If room compromised, can't discuss countermeasures over unsecured line. Utilize puzzler skills set, over. Fine. Call back if assistance required, over and out. It stopped at 11:11, and has been as long as you can remember. You could fix it, but why bother? You could fix it, but why bother? It's not like you're going to make a habit out of strolling over to the worst room in your house to check the time. This is exactly the kind of thing you wish wasn't in your house. Why couldn't your paw just leave their regular eyes in? Also, more importantly, leave their head attached to their body? You'd like to put something in those sockets, but what? And also, wait, why do you want to do that so much? That's weird. This is katana. You have no idea what to do with one. Wait! Maybe you will just throw it away. No, maybe don't throw away the katana. No, fucking... Seems like someone sliced this big fella's hand off. Lucky he's a lefty, at least posthumously. It's a little out of season. Oh, I said a quick arm before. You go play it. You've never been entirely clear on what's going on in this tapestry, but it certainly looks intense. Just look at that fire-breathing serpent thing at the bottom. And that red-eyed figure on the throne, what's their deal? Oh yeah, it's Dave. That though. Because he has a sword. It's debatable what all the fuck that means. Some people will debate to death about that though. As if being dead weren't bad enough, your pal replaced his eyes with some creepy glass orbs. The light reflected in their faceted stare gives you the creeps. But, are you crazy? Or is there some light reflecting off his antler too? Maybe it bears closer examination. There is something odd about the antlers. You can't quite put a finger on it, or can you? Maybe in a literal sense? Let's pull. Whoa, that sure did something. Shoot! I can't make heads or tails of this thing. What thing? Over. I turned on a laser, but that's it. Nothing else is happening. Thought you were Puzzle Master. Was wrong, it seems. Over. Hold on. Over. Believe this calls for burns. McGruff Crime Dog experiences trouble? Unbelievable. Over. Wait. Disregard previous burn. Superior burn formulated. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Please respond if ice required. Over. Pfft, nice try, dork. Maybe if you were a real tactician, you'd manage to get your burns out on the first try instead of requesting do-overs? Pride wounded but unable to protest. Have been informed mildly contentious banter, cornerstone of squad camaraderie. Over. Yeah. Anyway, how am I supposed to solve this thing? It's this clearly a puzzle thing that cries out to be solved. Use marbles, over. I'm thinking as hard as I can. You know I like puzzles. I wouldn't be asking if it weren't an emergency. Actual marble, over. What are you talking about? Trivial, really, over. What marbles? I don't have any marbles. You don't? None nearby? Over. No! Oops. Over. You are now Jude Harley. And though tonight is apparently the night you've been preparing for, laying so many preparations and countermeasures against, it would seem you made a rare tactical blunder. The marbles that Joey needs to disengage your strategic defense globe are here in your treehouse. Time to call in the Lone Gunbirds. You're probably the only kid in school that owns one of these babies. What if those kids get stranded in the middle of the ocean? Then joke's on them until they starve and die. Let's look at all the things we can. You've already committed this crucial intelligence to memory, but a truly great field commander keeps even better records. The red and green, obviously. Monkeys control robot arms. Their brains from outer space. Interesting. Haze. It's mist! The chamber is empty because you observed proper flare gun safety protocols, but maybe you should load it, because you've also observed some scary stuff this evening. Tactical error. Consolidated all marbles here in Treehouse to prevent attic key from falling into wrong hands, over. Additionally, forgot about doing that, over. No cause for concern, putting top agent on it, over. Wait, who? Did you get in touch with one of your friends, or... Oh god. You mean one of your pigeons, don't you? Over and out. When the heat is on from the government and you need to send an encrypted message while staying off the grid, you entrust it to one of your trained carrier pigeons, the Lone Gunbirds. You survey the troops. There's Langley, Byers, and of course, Frohike. He's your favorite. Dear sweet Frohike. How you adore him. You cherish the wind he flaps. You dropped your favorite pair of binoculars when you were, retreating from the Big Serpent. These are actually your secondary auxiliary binoculars, your Nox, for short. The perfect place to store your flares. Well, some of them. It's also where you keep your beeper. But you really don't want to get into that right now. What's up with that? You retrieved the cache of flares you were keeping in your metal chest. Combined with your flare gun, they're a tactical treasure. Breath held, hands steady, and you carefully load the flares into the flare gun. There's no going back now. The genie is out of the bottle. Only a few of these are actually liquids, and unfortunately, those are also the ones whose contents you don't precisely, exactly 100% remember with total certainty. You're not saying some of them are urine, but you're not saying none of them are urine. No. 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 Your tactical escape hatch allows ingress and egress from your amazing treehouse. Let's egress. Look, if it were just Karen on the line, you'd be out that hatch, down the ladder, and blasting monsters in a second. But Joey's counting on you, and you've got to get her to a more defensible position before you can even consider heroically abandoning your own. You keep smashing geodes in case they're secretly alien eggs. And if one is, well, you'll already have the hammer in your hand, won't you? Your careful records of the activity of the mysterious figures you often see prowling around in the woods. Joey didn't buy it, but the sudden influx of monsters may have changed her stance. Huh, that is kind of documented already. How far can this go before someone finds the truth? Yesterday, Jersey don't know. Boring evidence. This thing. Talk about an enigma. One day you'll figure out what it does, and why certain shady characters want to get their hands on it so badly. You have some theories, of course. President Clinton gives birth to Bigfoot. News, bad boy spotted at bar mitzvah. Whoa. Strange figures spotted throughout parade footage. Triangle, Illuminati, aliens. But this big machine is going to come into play later. Might be time to scan the airwaves again. See if you can pick up any chatter from the enemy. Turn on the radio. You've heard enough of that weird signal for now. Forever, really. Is there anything that I can actually do with these? No. Alright. I just wanted to see if that was everything I could interact with. Look at that nice empty pouch. You sure could put some stuff in that pouch. This stuff is all treasure, plain and simple. You drop a green marble in the pouch. You put a red marble in the pouch. You take the pouch with the red and green marbles. Oh wow, I wonder where I could find that. There. It's right there. Any other things I can click on? Something about Nevada. Alright. Put the pouch on Langley. No, that's not Langley. Oh wait, no, it is Langley. Oh fuck. Oh, that's sad. Sorry for hold up. Unbelievable, tragic disaster over. Did you lose something else? Must soldier on, making second attempt now. Over. Alright. Are you sure you're... Over. Over now for a hike. You take another pouch from the drawer and load it with another red marble and another green marble. This is Langley. What the fuck? Are you alright? Betrayal! Over. Abandonment! Over. The lowest, vilest cowardice! Over. Well... Can't even communicate true degree of outrage! Over. Likely to jeopardize mission of emotion not suppressed! Over. Incoming! Over and out. Langley. Langley the coward. Langley the blackguard. Langley the unspeakable. 1,000 deaths, 1,000,000 deaths, and an infinitude of deaths would not be enough. Langley worm-hearted. Langley bile blood. Langley. You hate him with everything you are and ever will be. Langley. A standard camping lantern. Your uses of it are hardly standard, you thinks. More like outstandard, i.e. great. Your hands are definitely not shaking as you pluck 2 more marbles from their safe, cozy compartments in the drawer and drop them into the depths of the pouch's waiting leathery maw. Success! Jeezum Crow Byers. My boy, so brave, so true, so great, over. Are you actually just point blank losing your mind now? It would maybe be kind of a relief after years of build-up, but you could have picked a better night for it. Mission accomplished. Byers, champion of champions, waiting for you in kitchen, over. Why? Over? Oh, Byers has marbles required to acquire key, over. Alright, I guess that sort of makes sense. New development, Byers being menaced, please hurry, over. What? Okay, I'm on it. Hurry please, Joey, he's all I have left, over and out. Oh, it's an Albrigi. A folk art monster from Oaxaca, Mexico, carved out of wood of the copal tree. This little thing used to creep you out really bad until your babysitter suggested you learn more about it. You found out they're based on monsters an artist saw in his dreams. Ever since then, he seemed a lot more friendly. Little dream friends. This is, Horus, you think. You're not up on your Egypt talent. Gotta leave here. Starting another strife. I forget how to beat this one. Strife. Charge. Metal look. Pardon me, boy. Can you give me a shine? That's attention. What now? Spice to meet you. And it freaked out. Mixed success. Joey, thank you for tactically brilliant seasoning's murder. Byers has payload, repeat, Byers has payload, over. Thanks, do you know how I might get him down? He seems pretty terrified. Negative, Byers simply has unfortunate mercenary streak. Should respond to enticement, over. How do you bribe a pigeon? Sounds like a setup for a riddle or perhaps joke, over. Bye, Jude. Over and out. Oddly enough, you aren't sure these are safer birds. After the violent string of death of that monster, you're a little nervous about just feeding things to other things at random. Maybe there's something safe around here, like bread. Bread-like, at least. Cracker! Fucking love the cracker. All you can raid from this meager cabinet is the stalest, tiniest, worst cracker. But it's perfect enough for a good old Bibbers. And good old baby Byers. I love Byers. He's a good boy. Success! This little fellow, Byers, you think? Yes, you're pretty sure that this is Byers. Gobbles down that stale cracker as you tuck him into your pocket. He's got a little parcel around his neck, which you're fine with letting him hold on to until you actually figure out what you're supposed to do with it. Let's exit the kitchen. Oh yeah. Okay, got the marbles. Do you want me to send the pigeon back? No! Over. Okay. Sorry, didn't mean to shout. Just worried. Please protect Byers. His chances of surviving return trip, but very remote. Over. Okay, yeah, good point. Seems pretty dicey out there. Affirmative. Over. I'll just use these marbles or whatever then. I'll let you know how it goes. Affirmative. Good luck, sis. Over and out. I think that's the perfect Jude voice. It really hurts my throat. You've got some really old ashes in here, and a couple nearly disintegrated hunks of charred wood. Let's see what else we can see around here. This is, whatever this is, depicts some heroes conversing with huge monsters. Do the monsters help them? Kill them? You prefer to imagine everybody gets out okay. But you know life is rarely that kind. I wonder if this is... you got nothing. You feel unqualified to come in. I don't... It could be... Yeah. It might be the kids in some way. Your pa's love of globes knows no bounds, but you don't recognize any of the continents on this one. You'd have a better idea of what you were looking at if you could read these scribbly labels. All you can make sense of is the X mark. Could it indicate treasure? You spin the globe and watch the white beams rake across the surface of the globe. Nothing. You feel like there's something missing. Alright. Let's put the marbles where they're supposed to go. You carefully remove the marble pouch from around his neck, and believe it or not, shove the marbles into the empty eye sockets. You discard the pouch. What an evening it's been. Alright, well, let's spin it one more time. Oh, there we go. You did it! The attic key has been found. You got what you assumed to be the attic key. Got the key. Heading back up to the attic now. Careful, it may not be that simple. Over. What do you mean? None of this has been simple. It's been downright convoluted. Noticing hostile elements, grouping serpents, massing over. Oh, jeez. We'll try to back you up if possible. Remain alert, sis. Over. Always am, bro. Over and out. I wonder if I can move this. Well, you're certainly complicit in this ghoulish little horror show now, aren't you, Joey Claire? I was wondering if I could be angled up into that, but... Okay. If there's anything else to look at. Doing a save. I wonder if I should end it here. Yeah. I might end it here. Just because it is getting a little late, and plus I can then break. I think this is a good middle point to stop. And if the other one, if I get done with the other one like really fast, or the other half really fast, I can start Act 2. Regardless, I'm just gonna save over. Regardless, I hope you had a fun time watching. I had a fun time playing. I love Homestuck stuff. I gotta get more back into it, kind of. But, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Have a good night. Bye.